Welcome, welcome. I hope you are all doing well. Let's come on down to the ground, get seated, maybe move the fleshy part of the buttocks aside. Welcome to Mama Magma Yoga. My name is Tamu. I'm here to guide you through a nice strengthening flow this morning. So get ready to move the body around, to sweat a little bit, to get the juices flowing. But first of all, let's get settled in the moment here. Let's sit up nice and tall. Let's lengthen up through the crown of the head. Really feel that connection with our sits bones on the earth. Start to notice the breath and drop a pin into this moment in the here and now. Let's take a deep breath in together. And on the exhale, really relax the shoulders away from the ears, lengthening the shoulder blades down the back body, resting the hands gently on the knees or the thighs, perhaps tucking the chin slightly so that you create more length in the back of the neck. Begin to breathe deeper, fuller breaths all the way down into the lower belly. Perhaps you close your eyes here and just take a hot second to settle in. While you're settling, I'd like to welcome you to sacred space, treating your space wherever you happen to be practicing as sacred and precious, treating your body, those around you, the land that you walk upon as sacred and precious, bringing into our awareness that we're going to move mindfully and treat our bodies with respect. We'll allow for any emotion that arises and respect ourselves and that process if it should happen to be moving through us at any point during the practice. With that being said, I invite you to have an amazing class. Really set yourself up for greatness for the rest of the day, for the rest of your week. So let's take another deep breath in together. And exhale out through the mouth. Let anything that you've got on your to-do list go for now. Take another deep breath in. And exhale out. Beautiful. We're going to release the fingertips to the mat. Bring the left palm down to the mat. And inhale, reach the right fingertips up towards the sky. Really reach, finding length in all four sides of the torso before exhaling and reaching those right fingertips over towards the left side of the mat. If it works for you to come down onto your elbow, on the left elbow, and really lengthen through the right side body, wonderful. If you need to bring your palm in closer and provide more support, that's perfectly okay too. Really ground down through the right sits bone. Allow the right leg to become heavy, the right thigh. Really reach those right fingertips towards the left side of the mat. And then inhale in, we'll reach back up towards the sky. And exhale, float the fingertips down. Now we'll plant the right palm. And inhale, reach the left fingertips up towards the sky. Really reach. And then exhale, leaning over to the right with the left fingertips. If you can, come down onto your elbow, your right elbow. You can find more length in the left side body rather. Breathing deep here. Grounding down into the left sits bones. Grounding down with the left thigh. Beautiful, reaching. Then we'll inhale, lift back up to center, really reach those left fingertips up towards the sky, and exhale, float them down. One more time on each side, picking up the pace. Plant the left palm, reach the right fingertips over. Find some length, breathe deep. Then we'll inhale, reach back up towards the sky, and exhale, float the fingertips down. Plant the right palm, inhale, reach the left fingertips up and over, finding length on the left side body, really reaching. And then we'll inhale, reach up towards the sky, and exhale, float the fingertips down. Now bring the palms to the knees. We're going to inhale, sit up nice and tall, reaching the nose up towards the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, rounding through the back body, sending your weight back onto your sits bones, really bringing the chin towards the chest, rounding the shoulders forward, finding our modified cat pose here. Then we'll inhale, reach the nose up towards the sky, bring the chest forward, finding our cat pose or cow pose, and exhale, rounding through, coming back onto the tailbone, rounding chin to chest, shoulders forward. Then we'll inhale, reach it forward. Nose leads the way, chest follows and opens. And then we'll exhale, round it through. One more time, just like that. Inhale, reach it up. Nose leads the way, paints a line towards the sky. And then we'll exhale, round it through, really exaggerating through the back body. Beautiful. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Find your grounding once again. And exhale, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Both fingers reaching now, lengthening through the side body. Then exhale, we're going to journey into a twist. Right hand to left knee, left fingertips swim around behind. We sit up nice and tall on an inhale, lifting from the pelvic floor. And then we exhale and journey into our twist, looking past the left shoulder. Inhale for length and exhale to twist. Inhale for length and exhale to twist. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. Reach those fingertips up towards the sky. And exhale, journey in the other direction. Left hand to right knee, right fingertips behind. We sit up nice and tall. Inhaling for length. Exhaling to journey into our twist. Inhale for length. Exhale to twist. Excuse me. Inhale for length. And exhale to find your twist. Beautiful. Come back to center. Reach those fingertips up towards the sky. Really reach, reach, reach. And exhale, rain the fingertips down. Wonderful. Let's come forward onto all fours. Find our tabletop position. Wrists underneath the elbows, knees directly underneath the hips. Spread the fingertips nice and wide. Lift up out of the earth. Elbow creases are shining forward. Tailbone is reaching towards the back edge of the mat. Crown is reaching forward. Neck is nice and long. Beautiful. Now we're going to send the right leg out long beside us. Bring the left fingertips underneath the left shoulder. And inhale, reach the right fingertips up towards the sky. Modified wild thing. Really tuck the pelvis. Try to find length from crown all the way down to that right heel. Inhale in. Exhale, come through center, reeling that right foot in, sending the left leg out long this time, bringing the right fingertips underneath the right shoulder, and inhale, reaching the left fingertips up towards the sky. Tucking the pelvis, finding length from crown to tail. Inhale in. Exhale, let's journey back through. Reel that left foot in, send the right leg out long, grounding through the left fingertips and reaching the right fingertips up towards the sky. Really reach, reach, reach. Inhale in and exhale. Let's journey one more time to the other side. Reel that right leg in, send the left leg out long, bring the right fingertips underneath the right shoulder, and lift the left fingertips up towards the sky. Find length from crown to tail as you inhale in, and then exhale, we'll come back to center. Find your tabletop position. Fingers are spread nice and wide, wrists underneath the shoulders. Then we'll inhale in, curl the toes under, and exhale, lift the knees and let them hover. Take a few deep breaths here. Neck is nice and long. We're pulling the hands towards the feet towards the hands. Core is nice and engaged here. Knees are lifting a few inches off the ground. Inhale in. Exhale, lift those hips up high and back and find your first downward facing dog of the practice. Pedal it out. Find that down dog. Find some stretching in the backs of the legs. Find some length in the side body. Really ground through your fingertips. Take pressure out of your wrists. Neck is nice and loose. Melting heart towards thighs. Then once you've found some organic movement and worked it out a little bit, find a little bit of stillness. Toes are turned inwards. Sits bones are really lifting up towards the heavens. Heels are reaching toward the mat. Then we'll ground through the left heel and inhale, lift the right leg high. Square at the hips. Lift from the right inner thigh. Inhale in. Exhale, bend that right knee and send those right toes over towards the left side of the mat, trying to keep the shoulders level here. Building strength. Inhale in. Exhale, knee to nose, bringing that knee all the way up to the nose, into the chest, I should say, and then stepping that right foot up into a low lunge. Find your low lunge. Heart shines forward. Front knee over front ankle, and then we'll lower that back knee. Come onto the top of that back foot. Shine the heart forward. Really meticulous with the placement of the feet and the hands, gathering everything into the midline. Nice strong posture here. Then we'll inhale, reach the fingertips forward, up and back. Find our crescent lunge. Tailbone lengthens down, hugging navel to spine. Everything is hugging to the midline. Lots of space between the fingertips. Shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. Inhale, reach. Exhale, float the fingertips down. Plant the left palm and inhale, reach the right fingertips up towards the sky. Beautiful. Take an inhale in here. Really ground through all four corners of the right foot. And exhale, rain the fingertips down. Plant the palms, curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, step the right toes back, plank pose. Take an inhale in here, really pushing up out of the earth, doming through the upper back body, lifting from the inner thighs, and then exhale, make your way to your downward facing dog. Find your breath here. Maybe you pedal it out a little bit. And then we'll ground through the right heel and inhale, lift the left leg high. Really reach with that left inner thigh. Then we'll bend that left knee and send the left toes over towards the right side of the mat. Trying to keep the shoulders level, opening through that left hip, lifting with that left knee. Really reach. Inhale in, exhale, knee to nose. Bring that left knee up to the chest, upper body's in plank. Then we step that left foot up between the palms, find our low lunge. Heart reaches forward. Then we'll gently lower the back knee, come onto the top of the back foot, and gather everything into the midline. Making sure front knee is over front ankle, shining the heart forward. Then we'll inhale, reach the fingertips forward, up and back. Finding our crescent lunge, inhale in, exhale, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Lots of space between the palms. Beautiful. One more inhale, perhaps you look up. Exhale, float the fingertips down. Bring the right hand to the mat this time, and we'll inhale, reach the left fingertips up towards the sky. Really reach, grounding through all four corners of that left foot. Inhale in, And exhale, float the fingertips down. And we'll plant the palms, curl the toes under, lift the back knee, send those left toes back. Inhale in our plank, and exhale, find our downward facing dog. Nice work. Now you might want to lengthen your dog a little bit here. Find some space between the palms and the feet. Then we're going to bend the knees generously, lift the hips up towards the sky on an inhale, rolling through the upper back body, coming forward into our plank. Exhale out. Inhale, find your downward dog, rising the hips back up again and lowering the heels towards the mat. 3 more times, just like that. Bend the knees generously. Lift the hips up towards the sky on an inhale. Roll through the upper back body into your plank. See how slow you can go. Find your plank. Then inhale. We'll find our downward facing dog once again. Wonderful. Bend the knees generously. Lift the hips up towards the sky. Rolling through to your plank. Exhale out. Then inhale, lift the hips up high and back. Find your downward facing dog. One more time. Bend the knees generously. Lift the hips up towards the sky. Rolling all the way through to your plank. Now hold here, and we're going to do some toe taps. Tapping first the right toes, then the left toes off the side of your mat. Strengthening here. Belly is hugging to the spine. You're lifting up out of the earth, doming through the upper back body. You can pick this up or keep it at a pace, whatever pace works for you. Tapping the toes off the side of the mat. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the hips up high and back. Downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here in your downward facing dog. You can always lower your knees to the ground and come to a child's pose for your resting posture. But we can also stay up in our downward facing dog, taking our 3 breaths. Beautiful. Once again, we will lengthen our dog, finding that space between the palms and the soles of the feet. And we're going to bend the knees generously, lift the hips up high, roll through, find our plank pose. Breathe out. Inhale, reach those sits bones up towards the sky, find our downward facing dog. Bend the knees generously. Lift the hips up high towards the sky. Roll through. Find your plank pose. Beautiful. Inhale. Reach those hips back up towards the sky and plant the heels. Bend the knees generously. Lift the hips up towards the sky on an inhale. Roll through to your plank. Exhale. Inhale. Find your downward dog. Lifting those hips up high and back. Melting the heart towards the thighs. Bend the knees generously. Lift the hips up high. Roll through. Find your plank. Once again, we're going to hold here. This time we're going to do some mindful mountain climbers. Knees to chest, one at a time, alternating back and forth. Hugging navel to spine, lifting up out of the earth. Once again, you can pick the pace up if you'd like to, or you can keep it wherever it works for you. Alternating back and forth. Stick with it. You got it. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send the hips up high and back. Downward facing dog. Nice work. This time we're going to bend the knees generously. Belly comes to the tops of the thighs. We look forward. Inhale in. Then exhale, we'll make our way to the top of the mat. You can hop
float, walk, jump. We'll find ourselves in a forward fold. Take a minute here to work it out. Stretch through the backs of the legs. Maybe you rotate the wrists. Maybe you grab opposite elbow. Let the head dangle, neck become loose. Perhaps you walk fingertips to one side of the mat and then to the other. Beautiful. Then we'll inhale, find a halfway lift. Palms on the thighs, shins or on the floor. Lengthen through the crown, hugging navel to spine. Nice long line from crown to tail. Inhale in, exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, really spread the fingertips wide to come up. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Take a second here to catch your breath, to find your mountain pose. Distribute your weight equally through all four corners of the feet. Lengthen the tailbone down. Lift sternum to thumbs. Relax your shoulders away from the ears. Relax your jaw. Find your breath. Then with soft knees, we'll inhale, fingertips go down to come up. Reach, reach, reach. Then we'll grab the left wrist with the right hand, bump the hips to the left, reach the fingertips over towards the right. Find a nice side body stretch here. Feet stay grounded. Then we'll inhale, reach. Exhale, take it to the other side. Grab the right wrist with the left hand, bump the hips to the right. Find a side body stretch on the right side. Inhale in. And exhale, come back to center. Inhale, reach. Maybe a slight back bend. Then exhale, slice it down the midline. Find your forward fold, Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the palms, step one foot back, then the other. Find your plank pose. Now, we're going to roll onto the outside of the left foot and inhale, reach the right fingertips up towards the sky, finding a side body plank. Really lift with the hips up towards the sky, find length from crown to tail, soft bend in the left elbow. Really reach, reach, reach. You got this, don't give up. Inhale in, exhale, we'll take it through to the other side. Bring that right palm to the mat, roll onto the outside of your right foot, and inhale, reach the left fingertips up towards the sky. Really reach, reach, reach. You can always do a kickstand with your upper leg, helping with balance and with taking some of the weight. Find the side plank that works for you. Lift those hips. Reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, come back through center. Find your plank pose. Gently lower the knees to the mat. Bring the big toes to touch. Open the knees nice and wide and send the hips back for child's pose. Reach the fingertips forward. Inhale to look forward. Exhale to lower the forehead to the mat. Find your child's pose. Take some deep breaths here. Allow the body to relax. Find your breath. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we'll rise back up. Find our tabletop position. Walk the knees underneath the hips. Curl the toes under. Send the hips up high and back. Find your downward facing dog. Then we'll bend the knees generously. Bring the belly to the tops of the thighs. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make our way to the top of the mat. Remember, you can walk, you can float, you can hop. Find your forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, spread the fingertips wide to come up. Really reach, reach, reach. And exhale, hands to heart. Beautifully done. Soft knees. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms. Step one foot back, then the other. Find your plank pose. Lift up out of the earth. Exhale to downward facing dog. Wonderful. Let's plant the left heel and inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Step that right foot up. Keep the back heel lifted. Make sure you've got plenty of space so your feet are hip width distance apart. We're going to find our foundation and slowly rise on up to a high lunge. Go through your checklist. So peel back with that right hip crease. Maybe you bend the back knee, get your center underneath you. Tailbone lengthens down. Navel hugs to spine. We reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax the shoulders away from the ears. On your next inhale, we'll straighten the front leg. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, fingertips come float down beside us. We bend through the right knee. Inhale, we reach back up, straightening through the right knee. Exhale, we float the fingertips down beside us and bend through the right knee. Inhale, reach. Straighten that right leg. Exhale, float the fingertips down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, float those fingertips down. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, we're going to plant the left heel, bump the hips back, reach the right fingertips forward and down, coming into Trikonasana, our triangle pose. Palm can be on the shin, on a block, in front of the shin or behind it. We're coming into our triangle pose, lifting the left fingertips up towards the sky, peeling back with that right hip crease, lots of length in both sides of the torso. We're not crashing into the palm, into the leg, developing strength here. Imagine you're between two panes of glass, reaching with those left fingertips. Really reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, we're going to bend through that front knee, bring the left finger or right fingertips up overhead, finding a peaceful warrior. Nice and tall, arching through the back body. Sternum is lifted. Inhale in. Exhale, we'll cartwheel it all the way down to our low lunge. Come on to the toes of the left foot. Heart shines forward. And we'll plant the palms, step the right toes back, find our plank pose once again. Inhale in, and exhale, find a downward facing dog. Nicely done. Now let's do the other side. We'll plant the right heel and inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, bring that knee all the way forward, upper body's in plank. Step the left toes up between the palms. Find your foundation, so feet are hip width distance apart before you rise up into your high lunge on this side. So once again, go through your checklist, peel back with the left hip crease. Maybe you bend the back knee, get your center underneath you. Beautiful. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Inhale in. Exhale, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Then we'll inhale in, straighten through that left leg, reach the fingertips up, really reach, 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 and exhale, float the fingertips down beside, bend through that left knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, float the fingertips down and bend the knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, float them down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, float those fingertips down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, we'll pivot on the back foot, bringing that heel to the ground, We'll bump the hips back and reach the left fingertips now forward and down, coming into our Trikonasana on this side. Hand can be on the shin, in front, on a block. If you need to raise the earth up to you. We're between two panes of glass here. Right fingertips are reaching up towards the sky. We have lots of length in both sides of the torso. All of the core is engaged here. Nice long line from crown to tail. And perhaps you look up. Inhale in. And then exhale, bend through the front knee. Reach the left fingertips up overhead. Find your peaceful warrior on this side. Sternum is lifted. Inhale in. And exhale, cartwheel it all the way down. Find your low lunge. Heart shines forward. Then you plant the palms, step the left toes back, find your plank. Inhale in here. And exhale to your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Bend the knees generously. Belly comes to the tops of the thighs. Inhale, look forward. And exhale to make your way to the top of the mat. Once you arrive, find your downward facing dog. Then inhale to find a halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Reach up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Nice. Take a second here to gather your breath, to lengthen the tailbone down, to find your mountain. Then with soft knees, fingertips go down to come up, and we reach up on an inhale. Then we exhale and float it down to a forward fold. Then we inhale again and find our halfway lift. And we exhale and fold. Plant the palms, step the feet back, find your plank pose. Inhale in here. And exhale to find your downward facing dog. Once again, we're going to plant the left heel and inhale, lift the right leg high. Find your three-legged dog. Then exhale, reel that knee up into the chest, upper body's in plank. Step that right foot up between the palms. Pivot on the back foot so that the outer edge is parallel with the short edge of your mat. Then we'll reach forward, up and back with the left fingertips and rise on up to a warrior two. Beautiful. Pull the pinkies back. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Rotate the right thigh out. Lengthen down with the tailbone. Lots of length from crown to tail. Nice. Then we'll look back at our left fingertips. Watch them come down and up, pivoting on the back foot to find our high lunge once again. Really reaching towards the sky. Then we'll float the fingertips down, bring the palms together at the heart. Then we'll bend through that back knee, and we're going to launch off that back knee, back foot, I should say, and rise on up into our warrior three. Really lift from the inner thigh. Try to dial the pinky toes down. You can keep hands at the heart, or you can extend them back in airplane arms or forward in the more traditional pose. Really lift from that back inner thigh. Find your warrior three. Reaching back with that left heel. Reach, 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 long line from crown to tail. One more deep breath in here. And then exhale, gently set that foot down. Find your high lunge once again. Reach up towards the sky. And exhale, we'll float the fingertips down. Plant the palms. Step the right foot back. Find our plank pose. Inhale in here. And exhale to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. And sigh it out. Maybe try that one more time. Deep breath in. And sigh it out. Then we'll drop the right heel and inhale, lift the left leg high. Really reach with the left foot, reach with the inner left thigh, and then exhale, reel it in. Knee comes to chest, and we come forward into a plank. Step the left toes up between the palms. Pivot on the back foot, so the outside edge is parallel with the short edge of the mat, and we'll reach those right fingertips forward, up and back, and find our warrior two on this side. Left thigh is rotating out, pulling the pinkies back, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, nice and strong in that back leg. Standing up nice and tall, trying not to lean forward or sending our butt out. Fierce gaze past the right fingertips, or left fingertips, I should say. Find your breath. Then we'll turn to gaze at our right fingertips this time. Watch them come down to come up. Pivot on that back foot, come up onto the toes, and find our high lunge on this side. Then we're going to float the fingertips down. Bring palms together at the heart. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Then we're going to bend through that back knee. We're going to launch off of that back foot and rise up to our warrior three on this side. Really push into an imaginary wall with that raised foot. Lift from the right inner thigh. You can keep your palms at the heart, or you can extend them back in airplane arms or forward in the more traditional pose. Find your warrior three on this side. If you fall, your mat will catch you. Just start all over again. You can do it. Soft bend in that left knee. Really reach, reach, reach. One more breath in, and exhale, gently lower the right toes to the ground. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Find our high lunge once again. Deep breath in. Perhaps you look up, and exhale, rain the fingertips down. Beautiful. Plant the palms, step the left toes back, find your plank. Inhale in here. Exhale to downward facing dog. Then we'll gently lower the knees to the mat once again. Bring the big toes to touch. Open the knees nice and wide. Send the hips back. Reach the palms forward. Inhale to look forward. And exhale to melt the forehead towards the mat. Take some deep breaths here. Close your eyes. Find your center. Beautiful. On your next inhale, let's rise back up. Find our tabletop position, walking the knees underneath the hips, curling the toes under, sending the hips up high and back to our downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here and a long breath out. Then we'll bend the knees generously. Belly comes to the tops of the thighs. We inhale, look forward, and we exhale to make our way to the top of the mat. Find your forward fold. Then inhale to halfway lift. Find something new, nice long lengths from crown to tail, and exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise, really spread the fingertips wide to come up. Reach, 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 and exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. We're switching to a new beat here, so keep an open mind. You can come and center yourself on your mat, fix your pants if you need to. Take a sip of water. Then we're going to center ourselves on our mat, feet hip width apart. Bringing our palms parallel to the floor. We're going to begin lifting the knees. Slapping the thighs with the palms, lifting those knees nice and high. Now you can stay at this pace, or if it's in your practice, you can speed it up.
you know, whatever works for you. Starting to build the heart rate here. Starting to work it out. And we go for the gold. Now we're going to switch it up. We're going to kick ourselves in the butt. Hands to heart. Trying to kick our own buttocks here. You got it. Stick with it. Keep going. Wonderful. And we'll step to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Wash it off. Inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Now we're going to step wide on the yoga mat. Toes pointing inward. Feet parallel with the short edge of the mat. Tailbone is lengthening down. We'll inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, float the fingertips down to the hips. Really reach the elbows together. Shoulder blades are lengthening down the back body and kissing together. Crown is nice and long. Then we'll begin to hinge at the hips. Start to come down into a halfway lift position. Crown is reaching forward. Navel is hugging to spine. Nice and long length. Inhale in here. And exhale, lower the fingertips slowly to the mat. If you need to be up on a block or even a chair, then accommodate yourself. Otherwise, we'll fold right forward. Maybe you bring palms in line with the arches of the feet. Let the head dangle for a breath. Or two here. Nice deep breaths. Then we'll rise back up, bringing the fingertips to the mat or to our block. And we'll plant the right palm and inhale, trace a line with the left fingertips up the right arm and all the way up towards the sky, finding a twist. Really reach, reach, reach. Inhale in. Exhale, fingertips come down to the mat. Replace the right palm with the left. And we inhale, trace a line with our right fingertips across the left arm. Reach all the way up towards the sky. Really reach, reach, reach. Take an inhale in here. And exhale, bring it back down. Wonderful. Bring your hands to your hips. Reach the crown forward. Find your flat back position. Core engaged, legs are engaged. Nice long line from crown to tail. And then we'll slowly begin to rise back up and find our wide-legged stance, hands on the hips. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Beautiful. Now we'll heel toe the feet in a little bit so that they're just a bit wider than the hips. Toes are pointing outwards. And you're finding a stance that will allow you to bend your knees and keep your knees at a 90-degree angle. Keep your tailbone lengthened down. Lift from your sternum. Bring palms together at the heart. Inhale in. Exhale, begin to drop the center and come down into your goddess pose. Allowing the center to sink. We're not jutting the butt out. We're coming straight down. Nice long line from crown to tail. Breathe deep here. Adjust your stance as needed. You can find a mudra. You can lift one heel and set it down. Lift the other heel and set it down. You can lift both heels. Ah, you got it. You can do it. Don't give up. You got it. One more breath here. Then exhale, lower the heels, straighten the legs, reach up towards the sky,
Big full body stretch, power pose here. And exhale, hands to heart. Nicely done. Heel toe, the feet in. And we will walk back up to the top edge of our mat. Bring feet together, really together. Inhale, reach for the skies, really reach, reach, reach. And exhale, float it down. Find your forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the palms. Step one foot back, then the other. Find your plank pose. Inhale in here. Exhale to find your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in here. And side out. One more time. Inhale in. And side out. Let something go. Then we'll slowly lower the knees to the mat. Bring them hip width distance apart. Come onto the tops of the feet. Walk the palms back towards the thighs. Walk them all the way up, and we'll find ourselves in a high kneeling position. Lengthen down through the tailbone. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Nice length from crown to tail. Bring the palms together at the heart. Interlace all the fingertips except for the index fingers, finding a steeple grip. Then we're going to inhale in and exhale, send the fingertips out in front of us, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Elbow creases are shining up towards the sky. Inhale in here. Exhale, reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Inhale in here. Exhale, bring the fingertips down to shoulder height and lean back. Try to keep nice long line from crown to tail. Core is engaged here. Quads are engaged here. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to lean back. You got it. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to come back. Inhale to reach. Exhale to float it back. Inhale to reach. Exhale to float it back. You've got it. Keep going. Flow in your own time. Follow your breath. Remember, it's about quantity or quality over quantity. Excuse me. You're really wanting to be meticulous with the movement, meticulous with bone stacking, meticulous with your core. Couple more times in your own time. Perhaps on your last one, you lean back and hold, hold, hold. You got it, you got it. You're strong, you're brave. Wonderful. Inhale, reach. Exhale, float the fingertips down. Nicely done. Walk the palms forward, curl the toes under. Send those hips up high and back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Then we'll drop the left heel and inhale, lift the right leg high. Deep breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. Then we're going to come into a pigeon pose, bringing the right shin to the mat. Goal is to bring the right shin parallel with the short edge of the mat, but many of us aren't there, including myself. So we'll keep active in the toes and find the position as best we can. Really lengthening down through the back leg, planting the back foot, grounding into the top of the back foot, sitting up nice and tall, really reaching with the crown. Inhale in, exhale, plant the palms, curl the back toes under, lift the back knee. Then we're going to lift the right knee and begin making counterclockwise circles with that right knee. Just 10 of these, count them out. Go nice and slow. You're gonna wanna speed it up because it's hard, but you got this. 9, and your 10th, and then we'll send that right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog, hallelujah. Then we'll set that right leg down, find our downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. Nicely done. Drop the right heel, inhale, lift the left leg high. You got this. Exhale, knee to nose. Then we'll bring the right or the left shin to the mat. Find our pigeon pose. Stay active in the toes. Come onto the top of that back foot. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Reach that crown towards the sky. You got this. Inhale in, then exhale, we'll plant the palms. Curl the back toes under, lift that back knee. And exhale, we'll lift that left knee and begin making nice big circles. 10 on this side, count them out. Go nice and slow. 7, 8, 9, 10. Then lift that left leg up and back. Find our three-legged dog. And exhale, lower that left foot to the ground. Beautiful work. Take a deep inhale in and sigh it out. Oh, you did it. Lower onto the knees. Send the legs to one side, any side. Come onto your seat. Center yourself on your yoga mat. Bring the feet to the ground. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. We're almost done. We've got just a couple more things before we cool it off and call it a day. So keep going. Don't give up. We're going to bring our hands to the backs of the thighs. Lift our sternum nice and high towards the heavens. Lean back a little bit. Now we can come onto the toes. We can come onto the heels. Maybe this is your boat pose today. Or you can lean back, lift one shin, and then the other. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you reach the fingertips forward, find your boat pose. Then bring palms together at the heart, and we'll do yogi bicycles. Reaching one elbow to the left knee, straightening the right leg, come back through center, left elbow to right knee, straighten the left leg, come back to center, and we alternate. Finding our rhythm, watching our breath, staying mindful, lifting the sternum. You got it. Keep going. You're doing amazing. Do the best you can. One more on each side. And release. Bring the elbows to the knees. Set the feet down. Just take a second here to maybe dangle the head. Take some deep breaths. Beautiful. Let's make our way to a flat back position. Coming down onto the ground. Sending the legs out long, reaching the fingertips up overhead, taking a full body stretch. Nice big breath here. And exhale, float the fingertips down. Bend the knees, bring the feet to the mat. Launch off the toes, hover the knees over the hips. Shins are parallel with the sky. Perhaps the knees come back a little bit. Find your position here. And we'll send the leg, or the arms rather, out long beside us. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, we'll drop the knees to the left. Let them kiss the ground. Inhale, come back through center. Knees nice and high. Exhale, drop the legs to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Drop the legs to the left. Back and forth, making your way, shimmying down your mat as I tend to do. Working the core muscles here. Also getting a nice twist. Trying to keep the shoulders grounded. Back and forth. Follow your breath. Working hard here. Keep those knees together. Let's do 2 more on each side. Wonderful. Then hug the knees into the chest. Peel the nose up towards the knees. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Then we'll bring the soles of the feet to the mat, hiking the heels up towards the sits bones, lengthening the shoulder blades down the back body so that the shoulders are shrugged away from the ears, reaching the fingertips towards the heels. We'll engage the core so that our lower back body becomes flush with the mat. Then on our next inhale, we'll begin to lift the sits bones up towards the sky. Really reaching, reaching, reaching. Knees are shooting forward. Sits bones are lifting high. Neck is nice and loose. Gaze is straight up and back a little bit. Finding our bridge pose here. Quads are engaged, glutes are engaged, knees are hugging towards the midline. Oh, I just had a nice cool breeze come in through my window. That is very welcome. Taking deep breaths here, feeling the belly rise and fall. One more deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll allow the back to slowly roll its way down to the ground until the lower back becomes flush with the mat. Beautiful. Once again, we'll hug the knees up into the chest, and then we'll begin to rock up and down the mat and see if you can rock up into a crouch. Maybe you use your hands. So it's a low toe squat here. Rounding through the back body. Really come into a little cocoon here. Get as small and as tight as you can get. Deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll drop the heels. Slowly straighten the legs and rise on up to a standing posture, to your mountain. Beautiful. Find your mountain pose. Shine your palms forward. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Move your mic out of the way. Lengthen the tailbone down. Find your breath. You worked hard today. You've done really well. We'll inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the sky, perhaps a little back bend here, and exhale, hands to heart. Close your eyes here. Center into yourself. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Relax your jaw. Relax your forehead. Allow your breath to start to return back to normal. Perhaps here you create a little intention for yourself for the day, for the week, for the month ahead. Be proud of yourself for showing up on the mat, for working it out both internally and externally, getting that body nice and trim and fit, and also allowing the practice to center
and bring you back home to yourself. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll bring thumbs to third eye. The light in me bows to the light in you. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice, for taking time out of your day. I love you and I appreciate you, and I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.